Hi, Jeannie. I'm going to show you how to change the text. To be honest with you, I've never been successful with centering a Bootstrap menu because it's aligned to the left or the right by default. So I'll see if I can dig out some information. But quickly to answer your questions about this here, about changing the colors, here, let me just quickly refresh the page here. Okay, great. I like what you've done with it too. Let's have to dig up some information here for you. So the color of the buttons, let's just find out where that's hiding at. It is in the Bootstrap. There we go. That's the background color you see there. So Bootstrap 3803. So in your your site, this isn't even a myriad thing. It's going to be site styles. And in your styles, you'll have another folder in here. Sorry, this is the wrong template, but you're looking for Bootstrap. I think yours is in the Bootstrap folder or themed Bootstrap folder. But anyways, open up your bootstrap.css, go down to line, and I think we said right here, 3803. So 3803 is right. I want my numbers to show up there. There we go. Now, the background color, if you do not want a background color, this is the background color when you hover over. So as you hover over, it changes to that sort of pale yellow color, right? And you see how it's sort of, when we're on a page, it stays sort of somewhat solid as a color. So it's the background color right here that with the these two things here you may want to remove. You said no graphic. It's actually just a background color, right? Now this is the color right here, okay, in the regular state, and here is the color when you hover over or when you're focused, okay? So these two right here. So this would be the first color you change, then on hover, change this one right here to whatever color you want. So it starts off about 3804. Okay, now centering it, that is you'll have to add a margin to the left, to the right side. Let's see if I can help you solve this one here of the menu. All right, because let's take a look here. See the menu? It just sort of floats over to the right. If it didn't float to the right, it would float to the left. Okay. So what we need to do here is in the components.css, you need to go to line 36, and we'll just open up the, I'll go and copy that in there as well, components, right? See, we have the menu here. You need to add a margin right, margin hyphen right. So I'll just copy all this in here. Right. So what you'd want to do is right here in your components.css, you type in margin right, and then put in the number, probably about 250 px, something like that, and that's going to center the menu. But you also want to make sure that you remove that margin right for mobile. So when we go down here, we get into this min width right here, right? See the menu, float none? So right where you see the menu down here and the float none, type in margin right, and you're going to put in auto. Okay, let it just do its thing, or you can put in 0, whatever works sort of better. And so it's one of those things where if you're modifying a style for your desktop, you need to do a reciprocal style for mobile so that whatever you modify for the desktop, it's not going to have the same negative effect. But fortunately, you have a little bit of room to work with because this isn't a very wide menu. You don't have a full load of buttons in here. So, putting a margin right is going to push this more into the center, and you can just play around that 250 that I was putting in there, and you'll get it to line up over the picture below it. And then for mobile users, you won't need a margin because it's going to be centered automatically.